Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we're going to start to look at T-RackS 5, excuse me, T-RackS 5, which has just had this huge overhaul. So this is T-RackS 5 Max. This is the full thing. You know, now it has resizable windows and things, and you can detach the, if we look at the view here, we can detach certain things, and the metering has all sorts of cool stuff as well for referencing and all sorts of cool stuff. Now, I'm not a mastering engineer, okay, so we're gonna just kind of learn this together, I guess. I do like to master my own stuff sometimes, and it's really enjoyable. T-RackS makes this really simple. Okay, there are 4 new modules that have also been added: the master match equal, which is one of the EQs, and one here, as you can see, which is kind of like an all-in-one one-stop shop for mastering, quick getting your tracks to sound better. You can see over here on the left in the clip list, we have a number of projects loaded. Now, this is going to go on for a few weeks, obviously. I want to do a general overview today, and then we'll get into individual modules and things like that, and just say exactly what they do and how they can help improve your mix. Now, there are 3 ways to use T-RackS. You can use the mastering suite of T-RackS, the whole thing, inside the DAW. This is the standalone version. You can also use all the individual modules. If we just go show all, you can use all these individual modules inside your DAWs as in the effects chain as well as per normal. So that's very nice indeed. Okay, so this track here, now we have certain tracks that have been donated for me to use with this. This one we're going to work with today is from REPULSE the Monkey, and it's pretty good mix already. In fact, it's really good to go. So you'll get a good idea as I run through various preset settings, how this is going to sound. Then we have one here, Carpenter's Axe from Tosborn, which is an electronic piece, which we'll do in another video. Then I have one of mine. Now, this one here, this is fun. Together Forever is a really old recording of a band I used to be in called Rhythm Impulse, and it was recorded in Amazon Studios in 1983. It was actually recorded by Gil Norton, and it's absolutely chronic quality. Not Gil's fault, but the fact that it's been degraded over the years, it didn't have the masters, it was all on half-inch tape, until eventually it was sent to me via MP3 from the keyboard player, which is really unbalanced. So we're going to see if we can fix that as well. So we'll be enhancing that one when we do this. But today, I want to give you a good blast through with these presets. Now, you can see at the moment I've got them switched off. You have 4 different, they're all going to be the same because it's just the same. But you can set up 4 different 4 different views for each thing till you find the one you like best. We have our assembly window here, so you could see the assembly of the whole thing. Now, because I've got all these projects loaded in, obviously they'll all be there in the assembly window, ready for you to make your CD. And yeah, what else quickly? Yeah, you can listen stereo monitoring, or you can go mono monitoring, which is very nice indeed. And this shows you the chain. Now, at the moment, you only have the brand new one in there. There's Master Match, which we'll get into another video. But if you want to drag in a module, it's super simple. You can do like this, have it in series, or you can have them running in parallel like this. Okay, so if I was to drag this down like this, we could do that and put it down, and we can also access all the presets for inside the Black 76 there, for instance, and we can just take it away. Okay, so let's play some of this track. And the key here as well, also please either wear headphones or listen through fairly decent quality speakers so that you actually do hear the difference. Now, never master with headphones only, always use monitors. But let me just play the track anyway, and I'll apply the effect by switching it on here. But I'm going to turn the microphone out so you're not hearing ambience. I'll drop it in. Take it out again.
Electric rain dancing. Pit of that on his skin. was how he felt the first time he saw you walking. The slinky blue-eyed muse, almost empty of tape. It was obvious to him, girl, that you would be his fate. Now the color off your kiss has turned the winter shade off blue. He doesn't know how long it is or what he can do.
So you can see just the one unit, T-RackS 1, makes a massive difference. So we're going to move into some more, otherwise we'll be here forever, you know. We'll move into a couple of, like, you have advanced mastering, then you have your T-RackS legacy. So bearing in mind, depending on which version you buy, whether you buy the full max version like this is, I must say though that I didn't buy, obviously, T-RackS, IK Multimedia supply with me stuff for review. So you could load anything in here, and even down to the old stuff, which I loved the old stuff, you know. I really loved the old T-RackS stuff. Anyway, let's go to advanced mastering now, and let's add a few more. So let's jump along into the mix a little bit, and I'm going to switch it off and then add it back in so you get a better idea. So let's try a new touch. And let's also here have a look at the chain now. So you have 3 of the new, well, actually, that's all the new stuff there. We're not using Master Match at the moment because we're not referencing a track. Okay, we'll get into that in another video. We've got the Dynamo here, which is like a really, it's these, you know, a lot of this stuff's modeled on hardware. And then we have a brand new equalizer there, parametric EQ. I think it's 10 band as well. And then we have our 1. So having our thing switched off, now let's turn it on and play the track from where we are.
He doesn't know how long it is.
Oh, that's nice.
Or what he can do. The color off your kisses turn. He doesn't have a clue. He's waking.
Excuse that little bit of audio glitching. That's because my processor needs time to catch up with the actual adjustments I'm making. That's all it is.
He doesn't know how long it is or what he can do.
Now you can notice we've got tape saturate X has now been installed here. Now you can see you have various different modes, tape 1, tape 2. So I'm going to quickly blast through some of those modes as well while the track is playing.
He doesn't know how long it is or what he can do.
Completely over the top there. Switch the saturator off.
The color off your kisses turn. He doesn't have a clue. He's waking dreams, they tell him. He can't let go.
now. See, with this one, be gentle. I've got the Dynamo Quad Comp new EQ equal, and probably the best software limiter on the planet, stealth limiter. I'm going to do a whole new, well, I'm going to do lots of these, but I'm going to do a whole video on just the stealth limiter. The stealth limiter is just so brilliant. Let's just have a quick blast with that. I'm going to play the track. I'm going to drop it back in.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
Now, if I have unity gain monitoring switched on with the stealth limiter, that means that the adjustments that I make won't actually affect the volume, but I'll be able to hear the effect. And when it starts to, so I can push this to get it really loud, and then, but without it destroying, like, you know, when it's too loud, you can't really mix properly or anything like that. If something is loud, you're listening to the volume and you're not hearing the effect. So let's have a quick blast through with that.
It doesn't know how long it is.
Okay, see how it goes quiet when I drop it back
what
in.
it can do.
Now I can push this now, and you'll hear the artifact. Sorry, I'll start to push it, and you'll hear it. It'll start to sound naff at a certain point around here, probably, maybe even here, because it's quite a loud mix anyway. And then we can drag it back, and then we can apply the actual effect. So with unity gain on, I'm not making adjustments to the volume. Watson down there. I'm not making adjustments. You won't hear the volume changes. You'll only hear the effect changes. Okay.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
I over-exaggerated that then, so you would hear the distortion. That's where you don't want it to be, right?
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
Okay, that sounds okay. So I'm going to drop it back in now. So it'll be quite a sharp increase in volume. So watch your ears as I take out the unity gain. And then what I'm going to do is, you might have noticed that this mix, which is a mix on purpose, by the way, but Repulse the Monkey have mixed this slightly, so you're getting more bass drum on the right hand side kind of thing. But we can, if you wanted to fix that, we can fix it with this. It's very clever. IK Multimedia T-RackS brilliantly allow you to mix left and right on nearly all their stuff. You can choose whether to apply left or right, even compression or equalization, stuff like that. So I'm going to play this anyway, and I'm going to take out the unity gain. So what you're hearing.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
And that sounds really punchy.
It doesn't know how long it is.
And you're not really want to go, I mean, you could knock that back a little tiny bit if you wanted to, just to be on the safe side, but you're never going to really want to touch this. This is a 16-bit file, so I'm not going to need to dither it down to 16 bits. There's no point. So, you know, you could put it on if you wanted to 16, but it won't make any difference.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
See, what we've done there is just by highlighting the left hand side, we've managed to push the input limits up on the left hand channel so that they feel more equal inside your headphones. But that is not how Repulse the Monkey wanted this mixed. Obviously, they sent me the mix that they had already, so I'm just saying that you can do that with this.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do.
So let's see what else we have. Now you can go to Legacy and go to the older ones as well. Let's try Finished Master for this, and you can see that you've got some of the old ones in here as well. Very nice they are too. So let's see how that goes without it first.
It doesn't know how long it is or what it can do. floating above the white sheets off the bed.
So very, very cool beans indeed there. Okay, so let's see. Also, I want to go through the fact that some of these, obviously, are there's some reverbs in there and some tape delays. Sorry, if we go to show all. So you're not going to, like, master with all of these a lot of the time. You have a lovely new mic room now, which allows you to, I think mic room was there before, but that allows you to choose your source microphone and then your output microphone, and that's very, very cool. But we shall do like that with a vocal track or something like that. Yeah, like I said, there is so much cool stuff going on in here now. So there you go, guys. I think on the next video as well, what I will do, like as I said earlier, I will start to just play with separate devices, and we'll fix this mix. I'll tell you what I'll do. This is how you'll hear this. This is how awful this is now being degraded, because it was originally recorded on 2-inch 16-track at Amazon Studios in Liverpool. This track there, Together Forever. And then it was mixed down to 1/2 inch, or was it 1/4 inch tape? I think it was 1/2 inch tape, actually. And then we ended up with some cassette copies and stuff. And I think the keyboard player actually managed to get a reel-to-reel, I think it was 1/2 inch tape. And but eventually he mixed these down onto his computer, and I ended up with an MP3 version, which was horribly unbalanced. And this is how it sounds. I think I've everything turned off, so just this really awful. This is. Hang on a sec. I'll get it back here. And so far, I've been playing around with it with this, and I kind of set this up myself. I think it was a thing, but I'll just drop that into just to see how if it's any better. I think it's an improvement. Obviously, it's certainly louder. So that one's on its way to being pretty much improved. Yeah. And then we'll do some classical type stuff and guitar. Well, like I said, we'll go through it all, but I wanted to do a general overview. So yeah, there's your file settings there, and then you have your project settings, etc., etc. Pretty much the usual kind of thing that you can do with anything really. But you can see that you do get it's a very cool beans indeed. So that's basically a basic overview of T-RackS 5 Max. Just super duper. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a patron, and I will see you guys very soon with another one from T-RackS. And yeah, I think those are great. It's great for mastering. If you're a professional mastering engineer, you know, you probably have some of this stuff anyway, and you know how good it is. But if you're just doing this at home and you're not an expert, and I certainly am no expert on mastering stuff, this is great just to mess around with. But also you can, with the presets to start, you can get some absolutely fantastic results just by hitting the preset. And I don't want to touch this one, but in fact, let me just save all my adjustments I've made. I just want to, yeah, it's just great. You can start with a preset, and then you can just go along and just have a lot of fun playing around with all the bits and pieces. But it's nice when I do the ones that's separate, just for, say, drums or bass or guitar or keys or something like that, when you just pick one unit and you just really mess with all the controls to see how it sounds. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And like I said, I will see you guys later.